Addiction is a complex disease, often chronic to nature, which affects functioning of the brain. It causes serious damage in relationships, schools, workplaces, neighborhoods, everywhere. The most common symptoms of addiction are severe loss of control, used despite serious consequences with usage, failed attempts to quit, tolerance withdrawals, stuff like that. Addiction can be effectively prevented, treated, and managed by healthcare professionals in combinations with family and peer support. That is the most important thing whenever someone is suffering from a drug addiction, to have support, to have family, to have help, because without them, there's nothing holding them back. More than 570,000 people die per year every year from drug abuse. They can get suicidal, they can kill themselves from the abuse. They have no tolerance or no self-control of what they are doing. Do you want to be a person that can't control themselves because they want to get a high or they want to have a good time? Peer pressure is the number one thing why people get addicted to drugs. That I have seen it myself. I've seen in schools children get peer pressured into doing any kind of drug there is. It doesn't matter if it's a pill, they'll pop it. If it's a shot, they'll inject it. If it's something they can put up their nose, they'll snort it. They will do absolutely anything to fit in nowadays. It's probably like that a long time ago, but they will do anything to get attention. And yeah, at first they're chasing attention, but once they get their first high, they're chasing that for the rest of their life. But they'll never get what they experienced from their first time. They will experience the high they had one time. Every other time, they're chasing something they'll never get again. 2 years ago, my cousin passed away. It wasn't from drug addiction. He had a drug addiction for years. Ever since he was a teenager, he was addicted. He was addicted to drugs. He was addicted to the high. He had a family. He had multiple jobs. He had support, but he never wanted it. He wanted the high. He wanted something to cope his feelings that he can express to anybody else. He was married. He, like I said, had a child. Now, then he ended up with a divorce, shared custody of the child. Very, very in and out bad relationship. Never ever fixed. He was just broken all his life. So finally, one day, as I was getting off the bus, I seen my mom waiting for me after I got out of school. And I could tell something was wrong, so automatically I was looking for my dad. When I saw my dad walking through the yard, I kind of had relief in my heart until she told me the news of what had happened. My 29-year-old cousin, with a life ahead of him. I don't know how much more of a life, but he had a life ahead of him that day. And he took it. He took his own life, and nobody even knew. Nobody even knew that he wanted to commit suicide. Nobody knew that he felt that bad about himself. They thought he was fine. I knew he wasn't fine. Every day I seen him stumble, it helped me stand a little stronger. I don't want to be like that. You shouldn't want to be like that. Why be something that you can't control? Why not be your own person? Be able to stand up for yourself. Be able to actually walk straight. Drug addiction and drug abuse is taking away lives that could still be living today. It's It's getting worse and worse every day. The school systems is overlooking it. Yes, they have drug tests, but for certain people. These kids have maybe not have no authority at home. Why not push for drug tests for everybody? Why not have a program or something that can help students understand the importance and how ironic drug addiction is? Prescription pills are being used as drug abuse. Other people's like, oh, over-the-counter drugs ain't that bad. They can be just as deadly and just as painful as a regular drug. I've seen it all my life. I have never once touched a drug or anything of that sort. I've seen it. I have seen it, what it does to people. It takes away your pride. It takes away your financial stability. It takes away your family, your friends. Everything you love, it takes away. No matter what. It chases you around your whole life. And if you do get better, that is one thing you can look back and say, I have grown up, I have stepped up, I have began a life that could have ended. There's so many things that kills people. Why let it be something that you pick up and you put in your mouth or put in your arm or inject in your nose? Why let it be something that's from your own hands? My cousin that day couldn't find anybody to give him money, anybody to hand him a pill. He had a bad week. He had a bad day. He found depression pills. That's the only drug he could get a hold of, and he got it. The next day he wasn't living anymore. Now his family's hurt, his friends is hurt, his son has no father, his mother has no son. So he just took not only his life, but he took half his son's life and half of his mother's life, and his family and friends, because they lost him as much as he lost himself. I'm going to show you an example of what, it's just a metaphor that I use to help people sometimes. This right here is a pill. This right here is a bullet. This kills people. One shot. This kills people one time. The difference is, this is made for hurt, but this is also made for protection. This is made for healing, but it's also made for addiction. The difference between these two things is, you can shoot this one time and, you know, it's a hit or miss. You can take this one time, you can take the rest of your life. No matter if it kills you the first time or you get addicted. It takes up your life. One shot for the rest of your life. It's up to you.